Hi everyone, Azriel Knight here, and today I'm going to be doing my first impressions on Kodak Tmax 400. So I say first impressions, but there's probably been one or two occasions where I have shot Tmax 400. I just can't seem to think of it right now, so I probably didn't give it too much thought. The box claims to be the world's sharpest film. However, when you look at the fine print, it's the sharpest black and white 400 speed film. And in 2017, that doesn't really say much. To take advantage of this world's sharpest film, I'm going to use my EF Sigma 50mm 1.4. Hey guys, if you can't tell, it's the next morning. I didn't feel particularly inspired. I had shot about a third of the roll. I especially didn't want to force it for the sake of the YouTube channel, so I thought the best thing to do was to just regroup the next day. And now I'm out here in Black Diamond, Alberta. There's some neat little buildings on Main Street. It's about an hour and a half before sunrise, so I brought my tripod with me as well. So I'm going to take a walk around and see what I can come up with. I'm only shooting 400 speed film, so I'm definitely going to need that tripod. And I'm probably going to bracket my shots too, just in case. Okay, I'm at about shot number 32 now, and I'm ready to head home. If I find something interesting on the way home, I'll stop and take a snap, but otherwise, I'm done for the day. Okay guys, I'm back home now, I'm in the dark room, and I'm ready to develop this roll. Okay, so the negatives are hanging up to dry. They look fantastic. I won't know how fantastic until I get them on the scanner, but I want to show you something. It's a bit of a mystery. My test strip, I don't know if you can tell compared to this, but it came out a lot darker. I use a test strip to see how long it takes to fix, and you know, it tends to get weaker over time. So the easiest thing to do is to throw a strip in. And it's noticeably darker than, well, maybe not. Yeah, no, it is. It is darker than the rest of the roll. And I don't think I've ever seen that before. So maybe one of you guys could explain as to why that is. But I'm going to let these hang up to dry now, and I'm actually going to head to my P.O. box and see if I got any new mail. Yeah, so before I head out the door, here it is. I had had a few extra frames free at the end, and this is the developed strip, and then this is the test strip. And like I said, I haven't really noticed something like this before. I haven't noticed this dramatic of a difference between my test strip and the final product. So if you guys can inform me, I'm sure it's something really simple. I'd really appreciate that. We interrupt this regularly scheduled first impression to bring you mini mail time. This comes from Finland. It looks like it comes from Jarni Parka from Finland. I'm pretty sure J's are normally silent, but I probably butchered your name. I apologize. It looks like they folded it and put it in. Just so you guys know, if you're going to send me something, just write "do not bend" all over it, because I've got a really tiny mailbox and they folded it. So I don't think there's anything wrong here, but just so you guys know for next time. And in case you send something bigger, you definitely want to make sure they don't roll it up into a coil and then shove it in there. So let's have a look. Being nice and careful here. So here they are. Looks like a few zines. That's great. You know, Nick Exposed has a few videos on zines and how to make them. I really should look at them. It looks like this is a full-on zine with interviews and photos and all sorts of stuff, and he sent me 3 issues. I'm going to try and pronounce this again, Valotus. Maybe if you could post in the comments how it's pronounced and spell it phonetically, that'd be fantastic. I'm definitely going to have a look through these. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If anybody else wants to send me something, I'll definitely feature it in the video, either in a little mini fashion like this or on its own mail video. Thanks again to... I almost forgot. There's a whole letter with this. Hello, Azriel. Here comes the cheesy opening. Thank you for the great show you're making. I know you've heard this a few times before. There's a good reason for that. Your videos are of high quality, full of information and enthusiasm. I think I found your channel through this old camera episode, which was about the Canon AE1, the first film camera I bought in 2011. I was already 24 years old. As a camera collector, I especially love the camera collecting aspect, especially about the mindset that cameras are made to be used instead of being lifeless pieces of technology collecting dust on the shelf. It's quite lengthy here. I'll just give you the Coles and Oates version. I like to think it's about time to give you something back. These are zines I made, all 3 of them. The first one was published in March, the second May, the third in July. The issues 4 and 5 plus are in the works. I think that the content in these is quite self-explanatory. There's also some work by some of my friends. I think that the DIY mindset also gives you a chance to collaborate with people you feel are worth collaborating with, thus creating something meaningful in the process. I couldn't agree more. Since I was going to publish more of these, and if you happen to like these zines, I'd like to make a proposition. I'll send you a copy once I publish a new issue, and you could send something back, whatever you feel is worth, since the trades are always welcome. Yeah, I think I've mentioned this before. If you want to send me something, I'll send something back, and I'm going to do this for as long as I can afford it. Basically, I'll try and send a print back, either a digital or a darkroom print, and what he's suggesting here is that he'll send me a zine and I'll send him a print. That's definitely a good deal. I would love to keep collecting these, and I'm going to read through them. I'm very thankful that they're in English. Thanks again. I really appreciate this. Now on to the film scanning. So I think the photos turned out great. Are they sharp? Absolutely. Is it earth-shattering? Not really. Am I going to switch from Tri-X to Tmax anytime soon? Probably not. But, you know, it's a good film for sure, and the sharpness level is definitely noticeable. I guess when I read the box as world's sharpest, even though it says black and white 400 in fine print, I was expecting something a little bit more. At some point, I'd like to do a comparison with Tmax and Tri-X, like set it up all scientific and stuff. It just didn't blow me away in the way that I figured it would, on the sense of being a super sharp film. That's not the end all and be all for me, that's for sure. But I enjoyed shooting with it, and I'd probably shoot with it again. I guess what it comes right down to is how important is sharpness to you? If it's super important, right down to those minute details, then you'll probably want to choose Tmax over a film like Tri-X or Delta 400 or something like that. But if sharpness isn't on the top of the list, then you could probably take or leave this film. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay classic.